Very good morning. This presentation is brought to you by Resonate International with a mission to leverage knowledge worldwide. The topic today is the silent tragedy. Can we really afford to waste precious human lives like the way we are allowing? Ladies and gentlemen, every life is a tapestry of dreams, relationships, and God-gifted potential. Its loss is a universe extinguished, a story cut short, and a potential unrealized. In our modern world, where advancements in science and technology have the power to uplift and protect, we are still witnessing an unfathomable human tragedy. Every day, we are confronted with the stark reality of lives lost to preventable causes, be it through wars, conflicts, accidents, disasters, or diseases. The figures available are simply mind-boggling. These are not mere numbers and statistics. They are our friends, family members, and fellow human beings. How have we reached a point where the loss of human life has become so routine and so accepted? Can we, with clear consciousness, continue to turn a blind eye to this staggering loss? Or is it time to confront the uncomfortable truth and finally demand that every human life be valued, protected, and cherished as it deserves? To understand above better, let's try to look at the gravity of the situation in front of us which we confront as humans. This data is just for the last 10 years, that is the period 2014 to 2024 middle. Wars and conflicts. Over the last decade, it is estimated that between 400,000 to 500,000 people have died as a result of wars and conflicts globally. 19% were civilians. Children accounted for approximately 93,000 killed or maimed. Over 238,000 people were killed in conflicts in 2022 alone. Significant contributions to this figure come from major conflicts like the Syrian civil war, Yemeni civil war, and conflicts in Africa, Middle East, Afghanistan, and Ukraine. The number of injured is estimated to be in millions, with the Syrian conflict alone contributing over 1 million injuries. In conflicts like those in Yemen, Afghanistan, and Ukraine, tens of thousands of people have been injured annually. Civilian casualties make up a significant portion of war-related deaths. Estimates suggest that between 100,000 to 200,000 civilians have died due to direct violence in the last decade, with many more dying from indirect causes such as lack of health care, sanitation, and food due to the disruption of conflict. The high impact areas are Syria, Yemen, Afghanistan, and Ukraine. The last decade has seen unprecedented levels of displacement due to wars and conflicts, with the UNHCR estimating that over 100 million people forcibly displaced due to wars, conflicts, persecution, and human rights violations. A significant number of these are internally displaced persons who remain within their countries but have been forced to flee their homes. Over 30 million have crossed international borders seeking refuge in other countries. The International Organization for Migration estimates that over 281 million people are living in a country other than their birth country. This is about 3.6% of world population. A significant portion of these migrations is directly or indirectly related to conflicts, with a substantial number of people moving to Europe, North America, and other regions seeking safety. The second area is hunger and malnutrition. The issue of hunger and malnutrition remains one of the most pressing global challenges. According to the Food and Agricultural Organization and the World Food Programme, it is estimated that 9 million people die annually due to hunger and hunger-related diseases. This includes deaths from malnutrition as a direct or contributing factor. Of these, 3.1 million are children under the age of 5 who die from malnutrition every year. About 60% of the world's hungry live in conflict zones. Wars and civil unrest severely disrupt food production and distribution, leading to higher rates of malnutrition. Extreme weather events such as droughts and floods have increasingly affected food security, especially in vulnerable regions. The gap between rich and poor has widened, making it more difficult for the most vulnerable populations to access adequate food and nutrition. The last decade has seen a troubling rise in deaths due to hunger and malnutrition, driven by multiple global challenges. While there have been some efforts to combat this crisis, the numbers reflect a continuing and severe humanitarian emergency that requires urgent action. The third is natural and other disasters. The last decade has seen thousands of deaths annually due to natural disasters like earthquakes, tsunamis, hurricanes, floods, and wildfires. The average annual death toll due to natural disasters is estimated to be around 60,000 people. Deaths reported due to accidents. Road traffic accidents are a leading cause of accidental deaths worldwide. The WHO estimates that approximately 1.35 million people die each year due to road traffic crash. Over the past decade, this would amount to roughly 13.5 million deaths globally due to road traffic accidents. The highest road traffic fatality rates are observed in low and middle income countries, particularly in regions like Africa and Southeast Asia. There are other accidents also which are non-traffic. This category includes fatalities from falls, drowning, fire-related incidents, poisoning, and workplace accidents. An estimated 1 million people die annually due to these types of non-traffic related accidents. Over the past decade, approximately 10 million deaths have been attributed to these various accidental causes. The other category is deaths reported due to communicable and non-communicable diseases, as they are preventable. Communicable diseases like HIV, AIDS, tuberculosis, malaria, approximately 2.5 million people die each year from these diseases combined. Over the past decade, about 25 million deaths have occurred due to these diseases, with a substantial number being preventable through better access to healthcare, vaccines and treatment. Vaccine preventable diseases, for example, measles, influenza, etc. These diseases cause an estimated 1.5 million deaths annually, primarily in low-income countries where vaccine access is limited. Approximately 15 million deaths over the past decade could have been prevented with adequate vaccination coverage. Similarly, non-communicable diseases, NCDs, like cardiovascular diseases, diabetes, respiratory diseases and cancer. These are all responsible for over 41 million deaths each year, with a significant portion being preventable. An estimated 70% of these deaths occur in low and middle income countries. It is estimated that at least 15 million of these annual deaths occur before the age of 70 and are largely preventable through lifestyle changes, early detection and treatment. Over the last decade, this would amount to approximately 150 million preventable deaths from NCDs globally. Another category to look at is suicides and murders, homicides. According to the WHO, around 700,000 people die by suicide each year globally. Suicide is the fourth leading cause of death among 15 to 29 years old worldwide. Men are more likely to die by suicide than women, with a ratio of about 2.3 to 1. The highest suicide rates are found in low and middle income countries again, which account for over 77% of global suicides. The United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime estimates that there are about 400,000 intentional homicides globally each year. Many of these homicides occur in regions with weak law enforcement, political instability, or organized crime issues. Latin America and the Caribbean have some of the highest homicide rates in the world, driven largely by organized crime and gang violence. Men are disproportionately affected by homicide, accounting for approximately 80% of global homicide victims. Combined, suicides and homicides account for over 1.1 million deaths annually, highlighting significant global public health and safety concerns. The data underscores the critical need for both mental health interventions to prevent suicides and robust law enforcement and judicial systems to reduce homicides. What we really understand from above, if we start adding all these figures, our minds will become numb by the sheer numbers. Above figures provide truly an eye-opening account and a distressing picture on the human suffering and cost involved in wars and conflicts, gang violence and crimes, natural disasters and accidents, hunger and malnutrition, physical and mental health issues, preventable diseases, poor public safety, and lethargic law enforcement, all highlighting the urgent need for waking up now and taking charge of this situation, both in terms of international cooperation and action and national level administration and governance. Millions of lives cannot be simply sacrificed every year and year after year, that too for reasons which can be addressed and neutralized. It is a matter of taking initiatives and assuming responsibility and accountability for these. Questions must be asked. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, the urgency of our situation cannot be overstated. Every moment we delay, more lives are lost. We must really together work to create a world where no life is considered expendable. This means ending the senseless conflicts that fuel war, tackling food insecurity and malnutrition, managing economic and social inequality, investing in healthcare systems that prevent and treat diseases, enforcing safety measures that protect people from accidents, taking care of mental and emotional health issues, and lastly, stepping up internal law and order enforcement for public safety and citizens' security from crimes and criminals. It is not just about saving lives. It is about creating a future where every person has the chance to thrive, to contribute, to live out their full potential. We must be the generation that says enough. Enough to indifference, enough to complacency, enough to the unnecessary loss of life. Let us take bold and decisive action to ensure that every life, no matter where it is lived, is valued and protected. The cost of inaction is paid in human lives, and that is a price too high for any society to bear. The time to act is now, because no human life should ever be wasted. Nations, those in governance and administration, and all relevant national agencies and international bodies must shake their consciousness and act decisively. Civil society also must wake up and ask questions, since each life is God-gifted and precious. Together, we must find necessary solutions. It is a call to act now, as every single life matters. Thank you and God bless.